We are going to answer the question once and for all, can you really make money writing letters to casinos? Because that is what people are doing, writing letters to casinos to get free sweepstakes coins, to cash these out as they play games when they get these free sweepstakes coins. And you see them saying that they're making $50 to $75 an hour writing letters. This one says 30 letters a day, average $5 per letter, 5 days a week. You do the math. And this one says he makes $10K a month writing letters. This one, $4,650 a month. That's what you make if you write 30 letters a day. And what I don't like is when people are selling a course and they make something look better than it is. Is it really true? Keep watching, because we're going to get into it and see if what they're saying is really true. Before we do, a little bit about myself. I've been marketing online for 16 years. Here's my Facebook page. I do a lot of marketing on Facebook and YouTube. And the reason why I was looking into this is I was looking for something that a family member could do, to do from home, wouldn't have to talk to anyone, and not get on the internet. So I saw my marketing friend posting about how she was making money writing letters, and she was supplementing her retirement. So I asked her a bunch of questions before I got the course. And I'm going to post this video down below in the description of this video, because I answer all the questions that you probably would ever want to know before you get started. And the other friend I interviewed after I bought the course, and what happened is I never finished going through the course on how to write these letters to casinos, because Nevada, the state I live in, pulled out, meaning there's no longer available in Nevada. And there's about 5 states that do not allow this. So do your research before you join a course or decide to do this, because it may not be available in the state that you're living in. But make sure you stick around, because I want to share with you what my second friend said as far as how much she's making and how it's working for her. So yes, I did decide after I talked to my first friend to buy the course, and that was about $250. So just so you understand what this is, you write a few letters on an index card, and there's a lot of specifics on how to do it, and that's why people buy a course, myself included, because there's a lot of rules that you need to follow. And they say each letter is worth $5. It's not really when you figure in all the supplies that you're going to have, and you won't be making that back for several months. And you're going to be playing these online games with these free sweepstakes coins, and hopefully cash out at a pretty good percentage. So I created this video right here, envelope writing side hustle, is it a scam or not, the real truth. And I was just being honest in why I was glad that I never got started, and all the things that you need to consider before you would ever do this. So I'll post this in the description below this video as well. So I questioned a friend of mine the other day that I knew was doing this, just to see how she was doing with it. She's not an affiliate for this course, and she knew that I had already gotten the course, so there wasn't anything that she was telling me so that I would buy the course from her. So this was our conversation. Yes, I've been writing since late December as of last year, and then she wanted to know what questions that I had. So my questions were, is how long is it taking you to see the drops nowadays? That's what they call it when you get these free sweepstakes coins deposited into your online casino account. And how long does it take you to play the games? How many letters are you writing a month? And what would you say your profit is each month after taking out the cost of supplies and the 25% taxes? So there's 3 that they recommend that you write to. And she said the first one, Chumba, is 12 weeks, Lucky Land 10 weeks, and Global Poker 10 weeks. Time to play the games can vary depending on how large your drop is and what denomination you're converting at. Example, we recommend low volatility games at 20 cents. So I had a drop of $379 from Lucky Land, and it took me over an hour to convert. I use autoplay and check my redeemable amount and calculate my spins before I start converting. Sometimes I break it up and go back later to finish converting. I watch TV or cook, fold laundry while converting, and even watch a movie. It's fun. And then she said, I would say my overall profit is 70% of my conversion. That includes envelopes, cards, taxes, stamps. However, I ordered my stamps from usastamps.com, $29 for 100 stamps. Many think it's a scam site, but I validated it and have had all my drops with the stamps from them. It's a huge cost saving. My conversion is usually averages 90% return. Sometimes I cash out at a profit and others a bit less. My goal is 60 to 100 letters a week. I work very full time. I get home at 6 p.m., wake up at 4:30, plus have dogs and a husband and a home to upkeep. The longer you write, the faster and more accurate the process of writing becomes. Normally, I write my envelopes of 100 on the weekend. During the weeknights, while watching TV, after working and dinner, etc., I write my postcards and pull the codes. My method fits for my busy life. My goal is to pay off credit cards. That's my motivation. One card is already paid off. It just makes so real. It just makes it so real once you see the drops on your into your bank account. Also, the deposit is quick. It states 10 business days, but I've gotten mine in 2. If during the week, weekends would of course be additional days to process. And then I told her, thanks. Just one more question. Do you know what your profit is every month after taxes and supply costs? And she said 70 to 75% easily. And I said, I was wondering, is that like 1K or 2K a month? Converting percent is 90%. It depends on how often they process the drops. I started off only writing 50 a week, so it's really hard to say. Right now I'm paid from my work 3 months ago. When I wrote these letters, I'm at 1K profit, no drop this past week. Month is still not over. And then she went on to say, basically you write your income. Keep in mind you won't get paid for today until weeks later. And for some that is discouraging. It's like an investment for 3 months until you get the drops. Again, only drawback is waiting for the first drop and that 10 to 12 week wait. Order supplies in bulk from Amazon. Stamps is the biggest expense. Make sure you continue to watch because after chatting with her, I want to give you what I believe are the pros and cons of this letter writing side hustle. Now look at this. Another one of my friends whom I know is an affiliate for this course that I purchased had a breakdown of the cost of what you could make in a year of writing 12 letters a day. So 12 letters a day, 45 minutes to an hour, and it'll cost you about $9.24 a day, and then multiply that times 365. Your cost would be $33.72.60 per year for your supplies, and that is writing 4,300 letters per year. And if you multiply that times $5, which they say you can get for each letter that you write, that's $21,900. And then she's figuring in 30% tax, and that would be a profit of $12,227.40 a year profit. And I like how she's being honest and upfront about the cost and what you can actually make, because that doesn't turn out to be $50 to $75 an hour. Because the only thing I have to add is the time that it takes to play these games. If you figure out the time that it takes, like 365 hours a year, that would be like $33 an hour. But maybe if you average like an hour a day to play these games, it would be like half of that. And if anybody knows exactly how long it takes to play these games, leave a comment below. But my first friend that I interviewed, she said that it does take hours sometimes to play these games. Would it be worth it to do this and not, let's say, for example, get a second job? Just some things to consider. Now, after all of this is what I would consider the pros and cons of this letter writing side hustle. The pros would be you can do it from home without talking to anyone. It's easy to do. I'm not sure about playing the games, but it doesn't sound like it's hard. You don't have to market or make videos or be on social media. And you can make extra money doing this. These are what I consider the cons. And again, I would listen to that second video that I posted because there was a lot of things that I went into on that video, but you could end up paying a lot for supplies before you see any of that money coming back into your account. So Maybe like for 3 months, it might be a couple $1,000s, depending on how many letters that you're writing every day. You cannot rely on regular drops of these coins into your accounts. So it's not like you write a week and then you get a week. You may go a week or several weeks without getting any drops, and then you get a bunch and then you have to play those. It is not good if you have a gambling addiction. I know they say you're just converting, but there's the option to buy extra coins. So if you have a gambling addiction, absolutely stay away from this. I would say it wouldn't be good if you have arthritis in your hands. I'm a physical therapist. It's a lot of wear and tear on your hands writing all those letters. You do have to pull codes for each letter, so you can't be out and about doing these because you have to be at a place where you can get these codes, and there's a certain time between each one that you have to wait before you can get another code. The state that you live in may pull out, like Nevada did, and then you would be writing all these letters and you wouldn't get reimbursed for the cost of those supplies. Your account could be deactivated. So there was a time in the Facebook group in this course that I had purchased that a lot of people were getting their accounts deactivated, and they were trying to figure out why it was. So you really have to follow the rules. And if anybody tells you that you can retire doing this, absolutely do not listen to them. And I think it can be time consuming to play the games. And this is definitely a way that you can make money from home. For me, I just feel like there were better ways. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below this video. And if you have anything to add to this, go right ahead. If you are doing this, you absolutely love it. I'm also going to link the playlist to those other 2 videos in the end screen here as well, so you can go ahead and watch those as well. And if you want to know what's working for me, that'll be the first link in the description below this video. I'll talk with you soon.